Welcome back guys. So in this video I'll be talking about different topics related to gaming. First I'll start with AMD's FSR upscaling technique. It basically upscales image from a lower resolution to a higher resolution, thereby reducing GPU load and helping in improving the performance in GPU demanding scenarios. Depending on how good the technology is, upscaled image looks almost identical to the native image in terms of picture quality. It's not perfect. There can be some artifacting. Version 1 of FSR used to produce very blurry images. Version 2 tremendously improved the picture quality. Sometimes I do observe ghosting around the characters when I move the camera quickly. Just a few days ago at Gamescom, AMD revealed version 3 of FSR along with a separate frame generation solution called AFMF, AMD's Fluid Motion Frames. These technologies work on all DirectX 11 and 12 titles. Now FSR 3 is an open technology. This means it will work on Radeon GPUs as well as Nvidia and Intel GPUs. But for the purpose of frame generation, AMD has recommended specific hardware. You can see the list. For AMD, supported GPUs include Radeon RX 5700 and above. Recommended GPUs include Radeon RX 6000 series and above. For Nvidia, supported GPUs include RTX 20 series and above. Recommended GPUs include RTX 30 series and above. AMD does not recommend using frame generation technology on hardware lower than their recommendations. The technology may work, but the performance may not be optimal. On the other hand, FSR 3 will work on even older GPUs, supported Nvidia GPUs, GTX 10 series and above, supported Radeon GPUs, RX 590 and above. This means FSR 3 will work even on Steam Deck and ROG Ally. This technology does not require machine learning hardware, allowing it to be supported on a broad range of products and platforms, including consoles. Frame generation is intended to be used on games that are already running at a smooth 60 to 70 FPS. The goal is to max out high refresh rate displays like 120 or 144 Hz. FSR 3 alone should be able to give a substantial boost in performance on lower and mid-range GPUs. I often use FSR 2 on my Steam Deck. It definitely helps in GPU demanding games. As of now, latency is an issue when it comes to using frame generation. This is why AMD recommended using it on a game that is already running at a high FPS. To counter the latency, AMD is bringing back the anti-lag plus technology. Now AMD had a meeting with Digital Foundry team at Gamescom. They showed them these technologies in action in two titles, Immortals of Avium and Forspoken. Digital Foundry team was impressed by the results. They even compared it to Nvidia's DLSS 3. It's a proprietary technology. AMD only showed a hands-free demo. Digital Foundry team was not actually able to play the games, so we have no information regarding the latency issue. With FSR 3, we will also have the option to not use its upscaling feature and only use it for improving anti-aliasing. In the demo showed by AMD, Forspoken was running at 4K resolution and the FPS was around 36. After enabling FSR 3 along with frame generation, FPS increased up to 122. The GPU that they used was Radeon 7900 XTS. Results will vary from game to game, also depends on the hardware. At the moment, FSR 3 and frame generation support is limited to a select few titles. I hope more games support these technologies. We'll be getting FSR 3 in September 2023 and frame generation support in first quarter of 2024. Looking forward to their release. Now I'll be talking about the upcoming Windows handheld PC from Lenovo called Legion Go. This is how it looks like. Its controllers are detachable, similar to Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons. They have their own batteries. On the right side I can see a trackpad. Then we have these two asymmetrical Hall sensing joysticks. This means these joysticks are immune to stick drift. Standard D-pad buttons, select and start buttons, Xbox controller layout for the face buttons, menu buttons. Specifications of this product have been leaked. I'll share with you all of the information. First I'll cover all of the input and output ports. Here you can see two additional bumper buttons extended up to the middle of the side. This device comes with two Type-C ports, one at the top and the other one at the bottom. Both ports supports USB version 4, DisplayPort version 1.4 and power delivery version 3. SD card support is there along with a 3.5mm jack. Just show you some more pics. These are the detachable controllers. You can see the pogo pins. This is the back side. I hope the device comes with this stand. 4 vents can be seen at the top. They will be blowing out the hot air, keeping the temperatures under control. Volume buttons. The power button should be here somewhere at the top. Back grip buttons can be seen. This is actually a scroll wheel on the right Joy-Con. Interesting. You can clearly see the bumper buttons from this side. The device is loaded with auxiliary buttons. These vents at the back side should be housing the intake fans. The device weighs around 640 grams without the controllers, and with controllers attached it weighs around 854 grams. It's on the heavier side. Steam Deck weighs around 669 grams. ROG Ally is even lighter than both of these devices. The device's display extends 8.8 inches diagonally. Quad HD plus resolution 2560 by 1600 pixels. IPS screen, 16:10 aspect ratio. Supports up to 144 Hz refresh rate. VRR, touchpad, multi-finger support, and this is the processor. Ryzen Z1 Extreme with RDNA 3 based GPU. It's the same processor that is present in ROG Ally. 16 GB of physical memory is available, clocked at 7500 MHz. It will be shared between the CPU and the GPU. Its clock speed is higher than the speed of both ROG Ally and Steam Deck. Storage variants. Base variant will come with 256 GB of storage, NVMe M.2 2242. Both ROG Ally and Steam Deck support 2230 base NVMe storage. Windows 11 is the operating system. Talking about the battery, very important. Its battery is rated at 49.2 watt. Now this is disappointing. It's only marginally better than both Steam Deck and ROG Ally. Their battery is rated at 40 watt. At max load, ROG Ally can't even run a game for about an hour. Both of these devices have the same processor. Legion Go's display has a higher resolution than Ally. Even its RAM is clocked at a higher speed. I am not expecting good battery life from Legion Go. Good thing is that it supports fast charging up to 65 watts. This is the output rating, 20 volts, 3.25 ampere. Two speakers rated at 2 watts are present along with a microphone. Has support for gyro, Bluetooth version 5.2, Wi-Fi 6E, and will come with 3 months of Gamepass Ultimate subscription for free. In terms of storage, the top variant goes up to 1 TB. It will be unveiled on 1st September, should be going on sale in October. Rumored price is around $800 or euros. The product is loaded with features, but it is considerably expensive than Steam Deck. At the moment, Valve is also selling refurbished Steam Decks at an affordable price, but if you're looking forward to running the latest AAA games and games that support anti-cheat software, Legion Go seems to be the better pick. Some bad news for ROG Ally. This is a post made by RubberDucky451 on ROG Ally's subreddit page. It has been pinned by the mods. Asus will be refunding your ROG Ally that comes with a faulty SD card reader and the SD cards damaged due to it. Just shared the email. So this user had submitted their ROG Ally and SD card to Asus. The company has confirmed that the unit may have damaged the card, so they would like to extend the offer to their SD card as well. They just asked the user to provide the invoice for their SD card. This is very disappointing. It basically confirms that ROG Ally is killing SD cards. Asus still hasn't been able to find the exact cause for this problem. Hopi also mentioned that they received no communication for weeks from Asus until they contacted the Almeida District Attorney's Office. Asus felt the legal pressure. Company's silence on the SD card issue is unacceptable. This is really sad. Next up, we have a device literally no one asked for. PlayStation's first remote play dedicated device called PlayStation Portable. It is set to launch later this year at around $200. This is how it looks like. Half of a DualSense controller attached to its each side. Portal's controller supports the advanced features of DualSense controller like adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. Its display extends 8 inches diagonally. LCD screen which is capable of streaming at Full HD 60 fps. Handheld supports one Type-C port, a 3.5mm jack and top mounted speakers. Portal does not support any Bluetooth connectivity, only supports Wi-Fi and PlayStation Link. The latter is Sony's proprietary wireless connectivity standard which brings low latency, lossless audio. This tech is supported by Sony's upcoming Pulse Explore wireless earbuds and Pulse Elite headset. You cannot use PlayStation Portal without PlayStation 5. You can't even use it as a standalone device for streaming games over PlayStation Cloud game streaming service. This is so disappointing. People were expecting that Sony would announce the successor to PlayStation Vita. Instead of that, we got this. You can stream games even on a PlayStation Vita. I have already demonstrated it. Just install Henkaku on your Vita. Using Moonlight, I was running God of War 2018 on it. I can't believe Sony is releasing a product like this in 2023. Next up, I have some news related to Microsoft. They have completely removed their $1 Xbox Game Pass trial right before the release of Starfield. Just a month ago, they had reduced the time period for the trial from 30 days to 14 days. Now they have completely removed the offer. It is possible that this offer returns in the future. We'll see. Starfield will be released on 6 September. if you purchase the deluxe version or the collector version, you will be able to access the game earlier on 1st September. I have Gamepass Ultimate subscription. I have already preloaded the game on my Steam Deck. Its size is around 125 GB, Skyrim in space. Now Microsoft was not able to purchase Activision Blizzard, all thanks to UK CMA blocking the deal in order to appease them. Microsoft will be selling off their cloud streaming rights for their current and new Activision Blizzard games to Ubisoft. This deal will be valid for the next 15 years if Microsoft is able to purchase Activision Blizzard. This has led to a new regulatory investigation that could go until 18th of October. There is no guarantee whether UK CMA will approve the deal or not. If the deal gets approved, expect Activision Blizzard games to appear on Ubisoft Plus. It's Ubisoft's own subscription-based service. Last but not least, Larian just dropped a major patch for Baldur's Gate 3, patch 1. Its size is around 2 GB, comes with a lot of fixes addressing over 1000 bugs, balancing, flow issues and much more. They even highlighted a key improvement: better kissing content for short races. Patch notes are provided on their website. I'll give its link in the description. I just wanted to talk about the performance of this game in Act 3. I tested it on my Steam Deck. FPS was dropping down to as low as 10. It was within a range of 10 to 20. On my PC that has Ryzen 3700X processor, FPS was dropping down to as low as 25. Even Digital Foundry tested Act 3. According to them, an i9 12900K processor is required to sustain 60 FPS in Act 3. There are a lot of non-playable characters in the lower city. Their AI logic basically chokes the CPU. Game did not scale properly on different CPUs. There's definitely some room for improvement. Since CPU is the bottleneck in Act 3, FSR 2 won't be helping much in improving the performance. Good thing is that Larian has stated patch 2 would be dropped soon. It will include the much needed performance improvements. I have tested the game with patch 1 applied on my Steam Deck. Performance was still on the lower side. So I hope we get the patch 2 soon. We'll definitely test it. I'll end the video here guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.